Have you ever heard about the story behind the number 666? Then stay until the end and discover the mystery behind it. For centuries, one number has haunted the imagination of humanity, a number whispered in fear, printed in prophecy, and etched into the final book of the Bible. 666, the number of the beast. It is a symbol that has crossed cultures and generations, carrying with it an aura of mystery and dread. But what does it truly mean? Is it a code hidden in Scripture, a warning for the faithful, or perhaps something far deeper than we ever imagined? The origin of this number lies in the book of Revelation, written by John during his exile on the island of Patmos. In chapter 13, verse 18, he writes, "Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. This cryptic passage has fueled endless debates. Who is this man? Why this number? And what message was John trying to deliver to the early Christian communities living under persecution? To understand the meaning of 666, we must first step back into the world of the first century. The Roman Empire ruled with iron fists, and Christians were a small, persecuted minority. Many scholars believe that 666 refers to Emperor Nero, the infamous Roman ruler who unleashed brutal campaigns against Christians. In Hebrew numerology, known as gematria, the letters of Nero Caesar add up precisely to 666. To those living under his tyranny, the beast was not a distant figure of prophecy. It was the emperor himself, a man who embodied cruelty and corruption. For the early church, 666 was a coded way of naming their greatest enemy without writing his name directly, a hidden message of resistance and survival. But others argue that 666 is not tied to a single person, but rather represents imperfection itself. In biblical symbolism, the number 7 is often associated with completeness and divine perfection. Falling short of 7, repeated 3 times, 666 becomes the ultimate symbol of rebellion against God, a mark of humanity's failure to reach the divine. In this interpretation, the beast is not just Nero or any one ruler, but the recurring spirit of tyranny, corruption, and idolatry that rises again and again throughout history. Over the centuries, interpretations have multiplied. In medieval times, the number was linked to heretics and enemies of the Church. During the Reformation, some Protestants identified 666 with the papacy, while Catholic writers pointed to Protestant leaders. In modern times, the number has been tied to conspiracy theories, technology, and even political figures. Some may claim that 666 represents a future system of control, a mark that will be required to buy or sell, echoing fears of microchips, barcodes, and digital surveillance. Others dismiss these ideas as sensationalism, arguing that the true meaning lies not in external symbols, but in the spiritual choices we make every day. Yet beyond the theories, 666 carries a timeless message. It is not merely a number, but a warning against idolatry, pride, and allegiance to worldly power. The beast is not just a figure in prophecy, it is a force that tempts humanity to turn away from truth, to embrace corruption, and to worship false gods. Understanding 666 is not about solving a mathematical puzzle, but about recognizing the battle between good and evil that plays out in every generation. It is about seeing how easily human beings can be seduced by power, wealth, and control, and how those forces can become destructive when they replace faith, humility, and love. Think of the times in history when leaders demanded absolute loyalty, when governments sought to control every aspect of life, when ideologies demanded worship of the state instead of God. In each of these moments, the spirit of the beast was present. The number 666 becomes a symbol of that temptation, a reminder that humanity is always at risk of bowing to false idols. It is not just about one emperor, one dictator, or one system. It is about the recurring pattern of human rebellion against the divine. And yet, the book of Revelation does not leave us in despair. Alongside the beast, John describes the Lamb, the symbol of Christ, who conquers not through violence or oppression, but through sacrifice and love. The contrast is clear. The beast represents domination, fear, and corruption, while the Lamb represents humility, truth, and redemption. The choice between the beast and the Lamb is the choice every generation must make. Will we follow the path of power and pride, or the path of faith and compassion? So when you hear the number 666, remember, it is more than superstition, more than a code. It is a mirror held up to humanity, reflecting our choices, our fears, and our faith. It challenges us to decide whom we follow, the beast or the Lamb. And in that choice lies the true meaning of the number of the beast. It is not a puzzle to be solved once and for all, but a warning to be heard in every age, a reminder that the battle between good and evil is not only written in prophecy, but lived in the hearts of men and women across history. Did you like the history? Subscribe to the channel to see more Bible stories.